Hi, this is Jim, and I've got a Face 4 radio, and I'll be here till 10 o'clock taking your requests. Now we have new music from the Doodly Doos. But seriously, folks, as you know, Google/YouTube, we'll call it GoogleTube, is censoring its content. I would imagine it always has. Of course it has. But now the censorship is truly impacting content producers like myself. You know, I can't speak for my brethren in the alt media like Dabu, Be Rich, Eric M. But the censorship is becoming more of an iron fist, as it's harder for us to get our content monetized. Of course, getting our at least I can speak for me. While certainly I like to have my content monetized, this certainly does help. That's not why I do this. If I did this just to get content monetized, I would put up the most stupid, banal, insipid crap I could come up with that the sheeple would love. And I'd go viral. And I'd make a mint. But we're seeing the censorship. Advertisers are pulling their ads from content that they deem to be offensive. And what is offensive? Well, it can be something Christian. And I am certainly a Christian. Things of the alt-right or right of center nature. Well, now I've become very apolitical in my old age. I am certainly no liberal, as you probably have learned. But it's becoming very difficult for us to get the views because of our content. It doesn't fit the globalist New World Order agenda, which all media has become about. You may see more channels start to disappear. I mean, hopefully mine won't. But this censorship is becoming very oppressive. And it's by design. So what if one day very soon, and it's hard to believe this would happen, if things remain status quo, if this feces show that we're living through today maintains, America is able to hold itself together, Europe is able to hold itself together, things drag on, the stock market doesn't collapse, the economy doesn't collapse, the dollar doesn't completely tank, we don't get into that war with Russia or North Korea or China or all the above. And if the Lord tarries a little while longer, and this sense of status quo continues, it's possible that we could all disappear from YouTube. And you would be left with music videos of just the banal, insipid nature, stupid humor, sexual humor, videos that are just supportive of the New World Order agenda, the dumbing down and imprisonment process, the process of turning us all into slaves if you let them do that to you. And they are trying to do that to you. And far too many are too willing to become those slaves. to have their minds turned into cat food, unable to think critically, unable to open their eyes and see what's going on around them, dumbed down, pacified, stultified, fully malleable, easily controlled. That's what the New World Order wants. That's what the powers that be are pushing for, as this one world system is blossoming around us every day. Well, we could certainly rely on our websites. I have a website, walkthetowpath.com. I haven't used it much lately. It has existed primarily to promote my fiction books which are very much in line with what is nonfiction in the world today, what's going on out there, from a Christian viewpoint. But we know that the internet service providers could just as easily pull those sites down. They've done it in the past. You would probably see an increase in sites that don't toe the New World Order line being pulled down. Sites that are of Christian themes, sites that promote a right of center view, sites that promote news, that report news that isn't of the mainstream. The mainstream corporate media hates the alternative media and is doing its best to destroy the alternative media. Not succeeding very well. The corporate media is desperate. But unfortunately, that's still where the majority of people who are seeking any sort of information turn for their information. They turn to the corporate media, where they get the fake news, they get the spin, they get the New World Order agenda shoved down their throats, unwittingly. They're not aware of it. So then those websites go down. What are we left with? As we go off this technological cliff and we start crawling back up, can you envision a time, and this could come very soon, where content providers like us are grabbing up whatever radio frequencies are left open and basically creating pirate radio stations, hunkered down in our basements with broadcast equipment, sending our message over the airwaves? We end up getting knocked back to where it all began. Before there was internet, before there was television, before there was YouTube, before there was CNN, MSNBC, Fox. There was radio. Imagine us being knocked back to that point. Imagine us grabbing up whatever frequencies. What if we have to drive around and broadcast from different places every day so we don't get caught? Now, in truth, folks, I don't know if I would ever do that. But it may come to a point very soon where if you want the truth, it's only going to be available on radio. It may be ham radio. It may be over the short wave bands. I mean, yes, you've got your radio giants right now. You've got Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, Glenn Beck, Michael Savage, providing the right-wing view. But there's more than just that. There's so much in the world that these gentlemen don't talk about. There's so much going on that these gentlemen don't talk about. Important things. Okay, well, maybe Savage and Beck are more likely to delve into things that aren't Republican versus Democrat. But talk radio, for the most part, is concerned with Republican versus Democrat. And Republican versus Democrat is bullcrap. That's all part of the feces show. That's all part of the distraction. Republican, Democrat, pretty much the same. So, as I maybe somewhat humorously alluded to at the beginning of this video, picture information broadcast, information issuance going full circle all the way back to radio again. Picture radio being all that you have left. Consider it. Whether it's pirate radio, shortwave, ham, picture it being just like it was way back when, maybe before some of you could even remember. I certainly remember. Radio. I can picture it. Radio. Your only source of information. Until they take that down as well. Now, this world could be a radically different place tomorrow. Situations are fluid. It's like hot lava flowing out there. There may not even be any internet tomorrow. We don't know. Arguably, these are the most dangerous times in our world's history. But imagine it all going full circle. That's all we have left. Would it be so bad? Thanks, folks, for hearing me out. I'm Jim. Don't be given over to the spirit of fear, but of the power of love and of a sound mind. God bless you, and I'll be here until the wheels fall off this bus, and I'll see you soon.